shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
This is Davis. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Looking to pass. Tua being chased out left. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead. Granted, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. That's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Here's Davis now. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominant.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Hard running at the 15. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
A first down carry for Davis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll try to run for it with Davis. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson steps. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Davis, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Davis. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Here's Moore. He will return it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, flush to his right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff to Davis. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Tua on 4th down. And this is Parker, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, here's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might...
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this 35-0 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Here's a give to Davis. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Here's Davis to run again on second. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. They'll run with Davis. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On first down, Davis. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And here's Davis to run again on second. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Now Wilson on first down, rolling to his left. And this one is incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson to throw. Forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
It's a gain of 8. And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now it's Davis.
124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd and 4.
Again, it's Davis. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Play action. Now it's Tua.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 29, Wilson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And the Seahawks, first down.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And shedding through the tackle. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2.
Now Wilson on the move to his left, and his throw here is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Wilson, flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go again with Davis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run with Davis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. They'll run for it with Davis. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And the tackle there by Chris Barnes.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson flushed out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know, what do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Christian Wilkins able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That's taken on the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Davis. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring,